All that. Keep recording. Yeah, all right, awesome.
To be on the video though, right? Only my backside.
Why, you like your backside?
Yeah, I like the backside.
You can be
Good. I like to
not
be
gonna face me.
on camera. You have any glasses? No. My backside, yeah. Can we just do it like a very unintimate to where my backside is facing the camera? Yeah. It'll be part of the recording. I'll face the backside and you face me.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, yeah.
Over here. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Thank God this is a comedy cast.
Yeah, because like this is like you'll have no one. This is the first person that's not going to be on. Sorry.
Let's just double check this recording. I'll make a spike. Welcome back to Comedy or Worse. I'm here. So how
Fine. Out of the.
out of the hole.
Seems like I'm like everybody's out trotting around doing comedy and I'm out of the elements.
Yeah.
So I'm like it's like Groundhog's Day. So if I came out of the hole, what does that mean? It's gonna be another what?
Long winter?
Exactly. A long winter of me not doing comedy. No, I was kidding.
The winter's over, actually. Yeah, the opposite. That'd be good. So that is your name, right? You don't use the stage name?
No, I don't use a stage name. I think if I were to like leave San Diego, I'll probably use a stage name. Sandy Guerrero is fine. I did use Sandy Coco Guerrero at one time.
Yeah.
But it's so long. A little bit confusing.
Why would it be confusing?
Coco, where did that come from?
A middle name or?
Call me Coconut. White on the inside and brown on the outside. I never knew what it meant until I got older. Just imagine that you're just, what, in middle school, your grandfather takes you school shopping at the mall. Not your parents, but your grandfather, because he was like totally older, right?
Yeah.
You're in the mall, and then it's the whole mall. Coconut! Coconut, do you like this? Like, I didn't even know who the fuck you are.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Kind of embarrassing.
I wouldn't answer to Coconut.
But I learned to embrace it. Oh.
That's good. Let's see. How did you get into comedy?
Good question. I actually wrote an article on how in comedy. I studied journalism for a while.
Right.
I was submitting something for the reader, but that was like I got into it I probably had like a, one of those childhoods where not so lot of nice things going on around you.
Right.
Not a lot of happy things.
Yeah.
So I remember, I think I was in freshman. I guess we just got cable or something. One Saturday night, there was this night at the Improv. So I guess that first time knew what like laughter and happiness was.
Wow.
So I never thought I would be a comedian or I would want to like do it. Thought it was something. It that from that time from my freshman year all the way till like even before I did comedy, when I was depressed, all I had to do was put something on, and it would bring me back to life, like literally, and I would continue until I was back to life. I moved here from Texas because I had gotten back with someone who not very nice. So I remember the first day I got back to San Diego, I moved to Chula Vista. I parked in my new spot. I got out. It was a windy day, and I opened the door. Flyer that was up. I'm not making this shit. It was windy.
Yeah.
And it was this paper, and it was flying around like the whole like complex, and then it flew right by my feet, upside down. I turned it over, and that's when I had the epiphany. And that was probably really like 10 years ago.
Nice.
Yeah.
So do you wish you started comedy earlier?
I wish I never started. You kidding me? I'm trying not to do it.
Okay, that makes
a lot.
But then on social media, I see that you're doing shows in other states.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've performed at some things, and I've gotten better over time. Not as fast as my counterparts that are out when they started their heights a little quicker because they're out there grinding all the time. I'm kind of like the tortoise and the hare. They're all rabbits, and I actually, some good shows, and I'm happy with it. You know, I don't want to ever be like, oh, look what I like. If you want to see what I did, you can just.
This podcast is about you.
Okay, that's true.
People want to know about you.
Okay, well, I have an opportunity to go on Vet TV, so that was nice. I've been streaming on Vet TV.
I have Vet TV, I guess.
Yeah.
Nice.
With Sandy Guerrero, and I'm up there. And I did a couple shows here and there. I did shows with the Shing show at the Comedy Store. That was nice.
Yeah.
What else? I'll be performing at Spacebar in March, and then Light Drop in April.
No. You got plenty. I've already passed. Just search for Sandy Guerrero.
Yeah.
Get addicted to comedy right away, or gotten addicted?
When I first started, I guess I had trouble with stage fright for a long time. So that was the part that I was struggling a lot with, and I had to deal with it by drinking before I went on. The only way to get past that.
Right.
And bad reputation, obviously. But still, it's been what I've been able to where like I could go on stage and I'm fine.
Yeah.
But everybody deals with it differently. You got all different kinds of comedians. You even have comedians nowadays like that's their skit. They're you know, I mean, you got Sam Kennison who's fucking Red Fox who puts a warning in Vegas at his shows at the front door, like if you don't like these words, fuck, pussy, this all kinds of shit, don't fucking come in here, right? So everybody has their. So I would say like the kind of comedian I am is like kind of like dark humor, just stuff that it's just say you're like, oh my god, she's fucking crazy, that kind of shit, which a lot of people don't like. Ever, I don't care. But then I have another side of my comedy, which is a little bit more, but I definitely don't have people knocking on my door like, oh, you're like, oh, bring your earplugs. That's why I did. That's why I did the coffee show in the morning. Remember that?
Yeah.
To work on clean material, to work on doing your set without being so, dropping the F-bombs and all that crap.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So what's your writing process?
It's basically my life and seeing the humor be me, right? So I feel authenticity said about your comedy.
Right.
It's not like I'm a comedian and I'm going to be a clown. It's more like finding the humor to bring it to stage, which is not easy to do.
Yeah.
Married and divorced 3 times to men twice my age. I like to call them the 3 unwise men because they still buy me gifts. You see how it works. Yeah. And the only time I've been married is the only time I've done drugs time. What's for dinner? Food, motherfucker. I mean, like, really? Like, wow. That's so bad. Who the fuck? Who the fuck did? Who was there when I said it?
So when did
house, right? Maybe it was the ACC. Yeah. Or here. I think it was in Madhouse.
Yeah. We're recording downstairs in the office at the Madhouse Comedy Club. I was recording in the brick room, but trying to get better sound. So
I don't know. I think when I first met you, I thought I knew who you were, but obviously I didn't. But yeah. We talked at the ACC, remember? And then I was like, I need you to help me with my podcast. You know what the last episode I recorded with you on Welcome to Planet Earth? It was, the topic was, so we basically, thank you so much, Aaron. So we just gave birth to comedy or worse. You're welcome.
That's funny. Let's see. So, do you have any goals for comedy right now?
I'm thinking maybe like want to go into more like behind the scenes, maybe writing or something. And I'm not really sure. Now, I guess sporadically shows that, maybe I'll have someone, oh, you want to be on this show? I'm like, oh, look, if I could do it, sure. But I'm not out trying to be booked on anything right now. That was the question, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, your hobbies besides comedy?
To boxing, I'm into like weightlifting and boxing, healthy, working out, sleeping is a big thing. Like sleeping sleeping off the clock. You know how you sleep at night when you go to bed like a regular human? But I like naps.
Napping.
I like napping, yeah.
Okay.
That's one of my hobbies. I've been like really boxing. Like into like doing like a deep dive into like natal chart myself a lot better. Just found out I have a moon Sagittarius. And I have a moon in Sag, so maybe I should think about it before I make that decision. So things like that. I think knowing thyself is very important. It really helps you in everyday life. in the world, or just
whatever you think of, like someone else's joke, your joke.
I think my favorite joke is when Sam Kinison has a joke about Jesus,
Yeah.
and then he says, like, to the people, like, wow, you think Jesus is gonna come back? And then Jesus is like on the cross, like, I don't know, what do you think? You know what I mean? Are you gonna get back after you did this to me? What do you like? It's just like, if I was Jesus and I got nailed to the cross to these motherfuckers, like, why would I fucking come back? That's my favorite joke.
Yeah.
Right? And then Sam Kinison goes, I don't know if he's like whispering, oh my god. That's hilarious. Yeah.
So do you have like a favorite fan interaction?
Oh, I do. So, like, Time, right? Remember Tom? I used to watch Tom Green show, the Tom Green show.
Yeah.
My favorite show on the planet. This guy was out of his mind. Live in Texas, shake his hand and tell him, dude, I saw you like the whole time. I was like, I've seen you, like, I grew up watching your show. And like, yeah, thanks, dude. Like, he was really cool. And the guy was like completely.
So how did you find out about it? Just randomly or something?
What do you mean?
I mean, because you're famous, you're saying, right?
Well, he had the talk show
on
so
MTV.
Oh yeah, on MTV.
Oh, okay.
So I used to watch that, and then it was Alice, and I went to the show, front row, saw the person that be a female version of him, right? And I just said, like, dude, thanks. Like, he made my day.
That's cool.
The shit that he used to do.
Yeah.
Like, he was like.
I like that better too, because it wasn't just it was like getting yourself in uncomfortable situations.
Oh, everything he did was uncomfortable. I had an uncle that was just like Tom Green.
Okay. Let's see. So what's your favorite place to do comedy right
now? Any opportunity I get, I'm grateful for it. Right? It takes you out of the mundane, daily, thing that we do every day in our life. The opportunity to go on stage and it's very relieving.
So do you have any merch right now?
Like merchandise?
Yeah. Like shoes?
Do I have any? No, maybe one day soon.
So what was your family life? Like, did you have brothers and sisters? Or
I have 4 younger brothers, 1 older sister. It was. I didn't have much of a childhood. Brothers taking care of my great grandmother on the weekends, so I wasn't like the girl going to friends' houses and birthday parties. And I remember probably going to the movies like twice. And it was like, and I think after I graduated from high school, going to a restaurant was like, oh my God, this is only for my thing of going to a restaurant was like McDonald's. Like that was like, oh, anything beyond, oh no, that's for the 1%. That sounds like really like.
So you guys didn't go because you didn't have the money to?
My mom had 6 kids, it's right. Like you're living on a budget. But I'm okay with how I think aren't grateful enough. I think they become very ungrateful. And yeah, when you're up here, you're right here, and then all of a sudden one day you don't get your way. That's when people turn,
Yeah.
Not good. I think grateful, it doesn't matter if you're up here, down here. I think it's just a better place to be. Because one day he's going to get ya. Or at least the Rebo man. No, I was kidding. If you don't pay for your car bill, no, I was kidding. No, whatever goes up must come down. So it's better to be grateful that way, whether everything works itself out.
Yeah. So do you have like a like between you and private? I mean, you don't have to even explain it.
Inside joke is probably more like a spiritual joke. Like, we're so busy. The joke is you're so busy looking outside for the answers when it's actually within yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not much of a joke, but it's only a joke when you keep going outside yourself to find some kind of happiness.
Yeah.
When the whole time it was inside of you.
Okay.
It's not funny.
So do you ever do like a character on stage?
No. I think on stage, I guess the only character is just like my personality on Extreme, number 10. That's when I have the most fun. I know that's a character, but I guess the character would be comedian. Female funny person.
No. So have you ever won like a contest or anything like that?
No, I mean, I placed on a couple things in the past. I guess the baby contest. I don't remember where, but yeah. But no, I haven't been on a.
Yeah, America's Got Talent.
Yeah, no, I haven't been on that show yet.
But like, do you have like a favorite booking story? Like, you got booked on a show, you're like, oh my god, I can't believe I got a show. The Vet TV one or anything?
Well, I was submitted for that TV, and the producer, I guess, saw my comedy and was like, "Yeah, here." It's like, yeah, that's like I was gonna get it,
Right.
but that was a surprise.
That was, yeah.
Mm-hmm. My brother saw, and my sister, my daughter. Yeah, I still haven't seen it.
You were there.
I haven't seen it. I've heard it, but I didn't see it. Nor will I see it. Can you imagine? I'm like so depressed in my life in the future, and then I was like, I think I better watch my comedy myself because I'll be like fucking younger. It's like, wow, look at me. It's all about vanity. It's not about feeling good or anything.
Let's see. Comedy right now.
I guess the worst thing about comedy, I don't know, it's become like high school clicky, and not only here in San Diego, but it seems like I'm sure the cliques are everywhere. I've been to a different state to see like how the dynamic is there. It's like doesn't matter where you go. It's like turned into like big high school popularity, which is insane. Because before, if you look in history, it was like a group of comedians helping each other out to get to the same goal. And I guess the sense of community has diminished, and it's more of a like eat dog. Oh, I do this, I'll book you in here. No, like when it's not even about talent anymore.
Well, sorry that you feel that way. I mean,
I'm sorry that I feel that way too, motherfucker. You.
I'm with you.
Just kidding. Hey, this is the worst. I'm acting like the worst.
It's called acting.
No, it just seems really freaking clicky. It's weird.
Everybody wants to, if they're doing a show, if they're producing a show, they want the show to be good. Right? And everybody gets along with everybody at different levels. So that's just a natural thing. So you really think about it, you have a clique. Right? Like,
No,
You don't let a lot of people in.
I've seen things behind the scenes, and I've heard things firsthand.
I mean,
so
yeah, there's definitely
yeah,
shows,
I know.
but that's not a lot. There's not like a lot
I
of
just think everybody should put all their things. Welcome.
But okay, like I get people.
Some
There's
people
also you
yeah,
have to
I know.
understand this. There's also this. Like I'm doing the Quantum Brewing show
Yeah.
every Friday. I have to like keep asking people to be on the show. Like
That's great. That's great, and that's a good
work. I want people to be on the show that I have to turn
I
I want to be able to like have it for 6 months.
That's good. That's good. I like what you're doing. I like what you're doing because we want you to be on Amen. We'll put you on the show. No discrimination.
No, I just hearing before I produced a show, I was every producer was getting hit up so much that they were just they would get way out, and you're not at that level. You know what I mean? Like, and maybe it's just the venue. It would be nice to like the show,
yeah,
but maybe.
And I'm not just talking about San Diego. I'm talking about other places too. Like
sure.
They're even in like the top tier of comedians. I'm sure they're clicks too. It's just it's a very clicky community. Whether you're on top or on the fucking bottom.
I don't know. I think paying to be on.
I guess they have their. I don't see you out grinding all the time. I don't know if I want to book you. Why do I need to fucking grind all the time? Like I'm not gonna be grinding all the time. I'm done grinding.
Get better?
Well, yeah, I can. Yeah, I know. Well, duh. But people have a certain way of getting. It's not like I don't have to follow.
No, everybody has their own path.
Yeah, like a way of getting better, and it's no grinding. That's not how I work.
Like you're taking better over time.
My grinding is in my own space, quiet time, grinding in a more intimate way like that. It's not grinding out.
But how are you getting the feedback from the audience?
I do like all in one. I'm talking about like milk with one bowl. I'm just pour that shit on there. It's like, oh, and then I get to go in hibernation, twist it around. Then I did the 10 minutes. The new stuff, and then I went and did it. I don't do things the way.
For me, like I need that feedback from the audience. Because like my comedy is totally changed based on the audience. I can't just go off and hibernate, then just come back and be any good.
That's how I do my comedy though. That's like me.
That's the process.
Yeah, that's like my process. That's how like I want it to be on stage. I want it to be like spontaneous, authentic, and like unpredictable.
All right.
It's to have that unknowing of excitement of adrenaline for me to that to tie himself, like I'm gonna just make it as I can and then poof and then it creates a mirror and show their faces a lot. I do things too.
There's also could be other ways you could do stuff, right? If you start doing stuff live, like over like Instagram Live, and get feedback or something.
Or maybe I was thinking of doing something else. Not, but yeah, that's just my creative process. It's very not widely accepted, but I don't give a fuck.
Okay, so what happened to the podcast?
Well, that was the last episode. Death. I think we killed it. No,
why did we stop?
It's not completely stopped. We're gonna start up again. I have this day job, so It's
Yeah.
so I'm talking, talk. That alone, when I'm not at work, I just don't want to say anything, do nothing. It has a lot to do with the way other people do.
What about switching careers or moving up out of sales into management or something?
But I like the job.
Yeah, sometimes you don't like it.
I really like it. I like how everything is right now. It's a good pace for me. Everybody has their pace. Plus, I don't like to be out in the elements so much. I don't like to be out in the sun.
Or something? Huh? Are you working from home?
No, when I like to be out in the elements, I like to stay indoors. Not a lot of interaction.